Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, we'll get into my final mock draft here in just a moment. But first, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications because the NFL draft is upon us, and we will break down every single Chiefs pick here on the Chiefs Report. So hit that big red button and subscribe right now because we're going to have the best breakdowns and analysis here on YouTube. So subscribe, join the movement, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. You're watching the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Welcome. The draft is upon us. It is here. So it is time to get into my final Chiefs mock draft. Before we do that, here are the picks the Chiefs currently have. And by the way, latest reports suggesting that the Chiefs are looking to possibly move up in the draft. So stay tuned. And maybe I moved up in this mock draft. 2 picks in the first round, 2 picks in the second round, 2 picks in the third round, 2 picks in the fourth round, no 5th or 6th round pick, and then 4 7th round picks. So with all of that being said, at pick number 29, no! Trade alert. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Chiefs moving up to number 22 overall with Green Bay as the Packers get 29 and 62 back in return. And so, why did I trade up? Well, I did this mock draft through the Pro Football Network mock draft simulator, and Drake London slipped a little bit. The wide receiver out of USC, 6'5", 210 pounds, who was having a huge year last year before he got banged up. But there's been some chatter that he could dip a little bit because he didn't run the 40-yard dash at his pro day. I don't think that really matters, but, maybe teams are saying, maybe the injury's not quite healed. Who knows? Maybe he's not as fast as we thought, but he's 6'5", he can run, he can high point the football, and then he was awesome, especially when he moved from slot to outside. Also played basketball at USC, so he's a damn good athlete in general. He had that fractured ankle. That's why there are some red flags and some concerns and some reason that he could dip in this draft. But I think his potential is off the charts with that size and speed combination. Could you imagine Patrick Mahomes breaking the pocket on a scramble drill and throwing one up to 6'5" Drake London, 60 yards downfield? Yeah, baby. That sounds pretty good if you ask me. So should the Chiefs trade up in round 1? A lot of buzz that they're going to look to do that. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Should Kansas City move up in the first round? Get your votes in down in the comments section. So Drake London at 22 after that trade. Still have pick 30. I'm going to go in the trenches on the defensive line. That would be Devonte Wyatt out of Georgia, the defensive tackle who probably isn't getting as much recognition as he should with Jordan Davis getting a lot of attention. I think he's the best 3-tech defensive lineman in this draft. Well-rounded prospect. He can be a good run stopper, a pass rush specialist as well. I think you line him up next to Chris Jones. That has a lot of potential and should be a lot of fun. Now, the production was fairly limited with 5 career sacks, but remember, that Georgia defensive line rotated so much that I wouldn't look at the numbers too much when it comes to these guys. Look, the Chiefs need help on the front 4, period. The defensive line. You need more help at edge, but you need defensive tackle help too. Sure, you brought back Derek Nottie. You've got Chris Jones. Got some decent depth guys in Tershawn Wharton and Kalen Saunders, but Devonte Wyatt at pick 30 would be good value, and he would be a guy that could come in and start, I think, right away if you want him to do so. Now, be sure to follow us on Rumble as we will have you covered throughout the draft over there as well. Free videos, uncensored content, and they have other content creators on that platform, which is a growing platform. Sports, news, politics, business, tech, whatever your flavor is. Some occasional Chiefs exclusive content. Help support the Chiefs Report if you've already subscribed on YouTube, and if you're looking for another way to support us, please give us a follow, rumble.com/ChiefsTV. We will continue to keep you guys up to date over there. Another trade alert. Chiefs move up from 50 to 42. They send pick 103 to the Colts as well because I have my eye on an edge rusher. That is Boye Mafe, the edge out of Minnesota, who has been mocked to the Chiefs at pick 30 by Mel Kiper and Todd McShay. So he's been getting some round 1 buzz. If he falls to 42, that's good value. You get him early, middle, second round, an edge rusher that has big-time potential. I like that quite a bit. He had 7 sacks last year for the Golden Gophers, and that was after kind of a slow finish. So I think if he can get a little bit more consistent, then he's got potential to eventually be a double-digit sack guy in this league. I like Boye Mafe. He's got some versatility. Intrigued to see if the Chiefs end up drafting him. Let's keep loading up on the edge position. That is Nick Bonito, who also can drop into coverage if you need him to. Good speed rusher out of Oklahoma. I think the value in round 3 at number 94 is just too good to pass up. Might only be a pass rusher in the NFL, but I think you could drop him if you needed to. Good, team culture guy. He was in the doghouse early in his career at college, but he got a lot of good recommendations from that Oklahoma staff coming into this NFL draft. The combination of him and Boye Mafe coming off the edge, that could be your future defensive end duo in Kansas City. Now, who's the best pick out of these 3 defensive linemen? Type DW for Devonte Wyatt, type BM for Boye Mafe, type NB for Nick Bonito. The value matters. First round, second round, third round. What do you think is the best pick overall? Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. Round 4, pick number 121. That would be Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky, who's undersized, but he had a big season for the Wildcats after transferring from Nebraska. Dynamic after the catch, can really dance around and make guys miss. And he sure is undersized, and that's a minor red flag. And you don't want him blocking on the edge. But this is a fun gadget type of guy who can, I think, turn into a little bit more. Could be a return man for you. I think the Chiefs would have a lot of fun with this player. If he's like your number 4 receiver as a rookie in the NFL, maybe you let McCole Hardman walk and he has a bigger role in 2023 and beyond. But he can fly. He's electric. He's small. He's small. I don't know if you want to give him 70 snaps a game, but I think that as a fearless slot type of player, he could be a lot of fun in Andy Reid's offense. How many receivers will the Chiefs draft this year? What do you guys think? I went 2, Drake London and Wan'Dale Robinson, at least 2 up to this point. I think 1, 2, maybe 3 could be in store depending on how many of the Chiefs' 12 draft picks they end up keeping. I did not have a full 12 with the trades. I end up going 10 here, so stay tuned for the rest of them. All right, let's go tight end now. Jelani Woods, Virginia, round 4, pick number 135. Really good athlete. Incredible athlete, tested well at the combine. Tom Downey, our draft expert here at Chat Sports, his comp, a giraffe is loose on the field. I don't know what he means by that, but just a freaky athlete. Too many drops, needs to improve as a blocker, but the athletic traits are there. He's been shooting up draft boards since the combine because of that. He might even sneak into the 3rd round, who knows. But if he's there in the middle of the 4th round, I thought the value was too good. And again, after Travis Kelce, it's not like we know for sure how tight end looks. Blake Bell's back. Okay, he's fine. You got Noah Gray, decent player as a rookie last year. We'll see what some of these other guys are able to do as well. But Jelani Woods, certainly a player that I think could be a whole lot of fun. Now, be sure to join us on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. We'll be live for all 7 rounds of the NFL Draft at youtube.com/chatsportstv. That's the thumbnail, so if you see that, you know you're in the right place. All 7 rounds from April 28th through the 30th. Don't miss it, youtube.com/chatsportstv. All right, 4 7th-round picks. Not going to spend a ton of time on each of these guys. Josh Blackwell and Jermaine Waller, a couple of ACC corners. That's really the one position I didn't address early on in this draft was cornerback, so I decided to throw a couple darts in round 7. Maybe one of them hits. You never know. Logan Bruss, the offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. Not a typical Wisconsin offensive lineman prospect, but you know what? Round 7, lineman from Wisconsin still on the board. They've had a good track record of producing good pros. Jeremiah Moon, 5-year college player, edge out of Florida. Decent production, not the best athlete, but an edge rusher out of the SEC, never a bad thing late in the 7th round, and there's also no such thing as a bad 7th-round pick. So there you have it. There's my final Chiefs mock draft, a couple of trades to really kind of highlight and outline things for you guys. Give me a grade. How did I do? What do you guys think? A, B, C, D, or F? Grade my final Chiefs mock draft. And be sure to subscribe because we'll probably go live during the NFL draft here on the Chiefs Report to break down some of the Chiefs picks. We'll for sure have video breakdowns on just about every pick, so this is the place to be, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Subscribe, join us. It's going to be a fun and I think unpredictable draft coming up here on Thursday through Saturday. So join the movement and we'll have you guys covered over the next 72 hours.